What's up YouTube? Chris for the HandyGuard channel on this beautiful June, I believe it's 28th, near the end of June, on the beautiful Rogue River. Gonna do a little dredging here. Yesterday my cleanup was in the range of 2 pennyweight, so I'm gonna go ahead and motor up the shallows here a little bit more from where I'm at. It's not really productive. There's no virgin pack, so it's a flood gold, and there's a good bit of mercury on it that has to be removed. But we're still looking at pretty high water levels. So Alan, my partner, who's down the river out of sight from here a little ways, and I are going to work a little closer to the bank for a short while, and hopefully the water level will go down. We'll be able to get out in the middle more, and in the meantime we're going to work what we can up close. So I'll do a full cleanup of the whole dredge. I just did the top section last night, and it was 1.4 pennyweight. There's probably another half pennyweight in the bottom section I didn't clean. I'll do a full cleanup tonight, which I will show you the results of in La Trappe, and then the final results back at camp, and put it together with this video. Hey YouTube, it's about I'm guessing noonish, 1 o'clock, taking a lunch break after dive 1, and took a quick look in the box. You know, it's always good to inspect and see if you're getting anything up top, so I'll show you. See if you can see it. It's a little bit shaded, but we're starting to collect a few little in corners. It's always a good sign right there. And a little bit more over in this corner. I can't get the sun on it from this angle, or you'd see the little bits of gold starting to collect up in the corners there. Hopefully that gives you some kind of a view of it. Starting to collect in the ribs up in the corners there, which is a real good sign, because that means there's going to be a little bit more behind this first riffle. Yeah, little colors, more color. Yep, seeing color in there. Yeah, little color. So those are going to be building up. Yep, that's good. It's not outstanding. I wouldn't write home about it yet, but should make for a decent cleanup anyway. At least hopefully a couple of pennyweight. And we're going to go ahead and clean the whole dredge out today. So the really fine stuff is going to be collecting down lower in this system that Keene has with their triple sluice. After it's processed up here, the larger stuff generally stops up here unless it's a really big nugget. It might make it further down, but a lot of the really fine stuff ends up processing down into this lower section of the sluice. I don't really see any popping out, but that's because they're the heaviest thing and they go right to the bottom. So we should see some more fines down in the bottom when we do our full cleanup today. So we'll get back with this after I run it through La Trappe, or maybe I'll show you a little bit of the cleanup, and then bring it to its conclusion and see what we end up with. One thing I like to do is a quick sample of what was captured on the black ribbed mat, which is up here in the front, the head end of the dredge, where if you've got any larger pieces, they generally stop there, and it traps enough to, if you just give it a quick pan, it will give you an indication of what your overall cleanup is going to be. So an old hand at that, Alan Mash, who gave me a lot of pointers on how to clean up, as well as mine, does that so that you get just a preview and an estimate as you're going through your cleanup of how it's going to turn out. So I'll show you the pan after I get it cleaned out. Let me see if I can juggle the camera and the pan at the same time. Give you an idea of, you don't worry about too much of an accurate pan because you're not going to lose anything. This tub will all get processed later. This is just for a quick preview. You see some of the gold starting to show up there in the corner. I'm not really worried if I lose a piece or two of it back into this tub. It's not going anywhere except into lay trap. And I'll show you that toward the end. So just get rid of most of it and then have a quick look. I can't really wrap it up. One hand. Hard to do. Seeing a little happy gold coming out there. Pretty good colors in that top. So this looks like it should be a pretty good cleanup, you know, at least a couple of pennyweight, I hope. So we'll just go ahead and dump that back in to our tub. And it will all get processed out in lay trap. Well, this is what La Trappe looks like after I run everything. A lot of nice little colors all the way down here into the 7th and 8th riffle. A lot of nice little fine gold in here. Using my focus. It doesn't want to focus. It's probably being confused by the water. But some nice little pieces up in the first few riffles. Unfortunately, the sun has gone down behind the trees, so we are in the shade. Oops, sorry about that. My big fat thumb hit the telly, so we were telephotoing. It gives you a little better look at it. Pretty good color. Few nice little pickers. So we'll pick it up after I do the full cleanup back at camp. See how I did. Looks good. Well, there it is in all of its glory. We'll see what it weighs out to, but I'm guessing in the 2 pennyweight range. Probably not a lot more, maybe slightly. And that is the extent of the cleanup after the mercury's been removed from today's dredge processing. Looks like there's more there when you get close. Gotta love that color though. So there you have it. Today's big haul.